detective, thrill me.
Good evening, everyone. Jared, Gibbo, how are we?
Good.
We're here.
Tonight's
Hello.
episode. Why did we watch this movie?
My response to that, it's all your fault.
I apologise. I still know what you did last summer.
Yeah, and I still don't know where we watched this movie. But I blame you.
Yeah, I'm coming in.
We're on the same page, Jared.
Here.
I watched this.
It was my pick. It was. I'm not going to. Let's not spoil it. But we'll get into it in a minute.
Yeah, look, I watched this in the last 3 to 4 months, I think, and I advised you that this wasn't a good idea, but you pressed forward, so
but
here we are.
The other options I threw up were also considered subpar.
That doesn't sound like you at all, mate.
I think basically it was the shiniest of couple of two.
You could stop Googling the worst of lists and start looking for the best ofs, mate. That's where we probably start from there and
Possibly.
work our way up.
All right, okay, before we get into it, let's do a little bit of up or down. The trailer came out a couple of days ago for the latest Blumhouse film called Truth or Dare.
Mm-hmm.
It's directed by a guy by the name of Jeff Wadlow, who did Kick-Ass 2, and also a slasher movie from a few years ago that starred John Bon Jovi called Cry Wolf.
How many
Have we
years
not
ago?
seen this?
I don't know. I have.
It's got to be right up Coxie's alley, though, surely.
Yeah, it was JBJ. Shit.
Adam got there first.
I have seen it. Shit.
Excellent.
I personally felt that this looked a little bit like Final Destination, kind of. You know, like the whole idea that this thing won't go away if you don't do what the game requires. But in a way, Final Destination was a smart idea in that you escape death. Now death wants to reroute and take you out. This seems like we played a game of Truth or Dare, and then it chases me around for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It seemed a little bit silly.
Looks a little bit silly.
And to me, it's a down.
Yeah.
Jared?
This is definitely the first Blumhouse movie I've been down on in quite a while. I'll check it out at some point because it's Blumhouse.
You mean at the cinema at opening night?
Maybe.
Because you're sick in the head.
But yeah, they got the track record. It does look really stupid. Like there's nothing in the trailer to give us any indication of why the game's turned evil and what those faces are.
But then again,
I need a little bit of something to get me in the door.
again, when I saw Unfriended for the first time, I thought this looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and it was alright.
They killed it.
Yeah.
It worked out really well.
Yep.
So there's possibility, but that was a gimmick.
Yeah.
That was kind of a gimmick, and
I can't see where this one's
strong enough to cover.
This one looks a little bit gory, but as you said, it's kind of got that Final Destination vibe, like the Ring kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But I don't see, like the game doesn't kind of inspire the same sort of fear as the thing, just sort of, as death or that the mysterious bloody videotape that you watch and die 7 days later. Like they sounded like good ideas. I'm just not sure the game.
What's next? Spin the bottle. Turns crazy or something. Like, they seem to be just delving a little. It feels a bit bottom of the barrel.
Thanks, Jumanji.
To me,
I'm down.
It just feels
definitely down.
I'm assuming, Gibbo, this isn't really your cup of tea for starters.
It is if it's done well and if it's good. This one's not, so I'll be out. Thanks. As Jared said, it did remind me of The Ring. It reminded me a little bit of It Follows, but just really like a shit version. The faces thing's really
faces look bad.
You'd laugh every time it happened. It's not scary.
Yeah,
it's not quite that creepy. It's got a little bit of creepy, but a little bit more.
The only thing I was impressed with, to be honest, the deaths look pretty. Like
full on,
they're full. Like if you go in there for some cool deaths, like the guy with the pool table, and the dude with the scalp on the head that headbutts the wall, or stuff like that stuff's. If that's what you're there for, you're probably not upset. But I can't get past the face thing. And if the premise is actually better than it looks like on the trailer, which God I hope it is.
Yeah, it doesn't give you much.
It doesn't.
So,
no. Oh, you got to play this game, and if you don't, you die. Like that seems it's an idea.
I mean, we might be lucky, and the trailer's just shit. Like they've badly mucked up the trailer, which they've done before.
Yep.
But I'm hard down. No, thanks.
All right, let's take a break. Here's the trailer for I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Enjoy that.
You want to get a drink?
Yeah.
Since last summer, Julie James hasn't had a decent relationship.
And I want everything to be like it was. It just isn't.
But someone still wants her.
It's happening again.
Someone's still watching her.
He was in there.
Someone's close enough to reach out and touch her. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Come to get me. I'm right here.
I still know what you did last summer. Rated R.
1998's I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Directed by Danny Cannon, who directed Judge Dredd.
Yes.
Not Dredd.
The slide.
Judge
Yeah.
Dredd.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's the universally acclaimed one.
I think he's directed a handful of episodes of Gotham too, which are trading in fucking crazy bullshit
very
now,
popular, isn't
but
it?
it works there. So
It's produced by Neil H. Moritz, Eric Feig, Stokely Chaiklin, and William S. Beasley. Written by Trey Calloway, who was involved in CSI New York.
Oh, good on him. What was Moritz doing near this?
Oh,
He's done some
he
big
produced
stuff.
the first one.
Oh, okay, so it's just like
So really, it's just him.
Hey, Neil, put your name on
yeah,
it.
in name only. Oh yeah, we'll make a bit of profit
Yeah.
off of this. So chuck me name on it.
It's Jennifer Love Hewitt as Julie James, Freddie Prinze Jr. as Ray Bronson, Randy Norwood as Carla Wilson, and Mekhi Phifer as Tyrell. And also Jack Black as I don't know what.
What was his name? Titus.
I'm Titus. God. The budget, it's interesting because if you read certain things, it says it's 65 million.
Oh,
But
I'm
that's-
assuming they bought the island.
yeah.
That's not true. That's the budget after all the money for
Advertising.
marketing and
Yeah.
advertising,
Oh, yeah.
all that
That's not
shit.
the stuff
Basically
of
double.
everybody.
Yeah. So it's about 24 million, they
That's
said it was.
still too high.
I'd like to know where the 24 million went.
20 went to Jennifer Love Hewitt for wardrobe.
84 million worldwide.
Oh, jeez, it made money.
Not much, though, really, in the scheme of it. But it's profit.
Well, we're still watching it, so that's still ticking over.
Hey, guess what? I bought it. No, I rented it on PSN, but that's still $4 I'll
thank
never get
God.
back.
Okay,
Yeah,
a bit
exactly.
of trivia. Peter Jackson was asked to direct the film. This was on in
Hard
the
pass,
database,
thanks. Yeah.
so it's alleged, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a ... He declined.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a ...
Immediately.
He laughed and shut the door to his office.
No, someone said, are you interested in the sequel to I Know What You Did? Nah. Nah, I've got other
pass.
things to... I'm making Lord of the Rings. All right, we'll
Might be
leave you alone
slightly
then. Okay. Gibbo. Thoughts?
Never seen this movie before
Never seen this film before.
today.
Wish you hadn't.
No, it's your fault. I'm holding you fully accountable.
Yeah,
Why am I coming in for treatment here?
It's your idea.
it was.
Well, if you had known what the other ones I had in store, this is probably the best of a shit bunch.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
I trust Jared's judgment on this. He knows a shit movie when he sees one.
Yep.
And he watches lots of them. So
And smell it a mile away
Yeah.
and watch it.
I hadn't seen this before. I'd seen bits of the first one. Not for me either because it's also shit. And then watching this one, man, it's painful to watch, except for bits that are funny that shouldn't be funny because they're so shit. Mm-hmm. The writing is just a joke. The whole premise of the movie, the conceit of why they are where they are, and the reasons for it, and
Good God.
it's just so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's just pointless. Some of the like quote unquote horror movie logic in this movie is top shelf. Like, there's a killer in town. I need to be by myself in my room. Like, there's a sound over there. I'm going to not go the other way. I'm going to go and investigate it for reasons. Like, all that stuff is just all through this. Cheap jump scares, just shit. It was really bad. I'm going with a half star.
Half star. That's...
I enjoyed none of it.
I thought I was gonna.
Well, Jared.
I was at.
Do tell.
I was at half a star.
Oh, good
You were
boy.
at half a
I was
star.
at
Why
half
would you
a
be giving
star.
this nostalgia points?
No, not even. I'll tell you why I'm not giving it nostalgia points. This was the first experience of me getting really excited for something at the cinemas because I liked the other one and just walking out and going, that was just a debacle. And I had two mates there that both said to me, better than the first one. And I said, you are a pair of fucking idiots. I want nothing to do with you. No, they think they're a couple of my best mates, but I just had
So
to.
you
I
were
took them
lining
to
up
task.
for this?
I was
I didn't think
saw it
I
in the
was lining up
Yeah,
for
mate,
this.
I was in the cinemas because As we said, the
I don't even
first
think
one.
I saw it in the
Look,
cinema.
the first one wasn't so crash hot.
But back
at
in the
time-
90s, we loved it.
Yeah, at the time I was, right in that age bracket that was right up for this and hadn't sort of delved as deep into horror that I have now and seen how stupid some of the elements were and whatever. So, in the run of, there was Scream, there was Scream 2, and I was just eating it up. So this one comes into the cinemas and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be great. And it was the first time I just got a fucking wallop to the face in the theatre. And just,
Was it the first time you went, slasher movies?
yeah, not so good. Yeah, a little bit
What
of
was
that.
I thinking?
But yeah, getting into the bones of why, it's just dreadful. The writing is one of the worst examples of writing I've seen in slasher movies, and that's fucking saying something. Like,
That is a low bar.
the conceit, the contrivances to get people where they are, the jump scares are they're not really well filmed, but they're even stupider when you figure out what they are. The peripheral characters are one of the biggest fucking jokes I've seen in a slasher movie. They're just horrendous. I was nearly going to go for 1 star for a bit of Jack Black and his shenanigans, but there wasn't enough of the bloke. So I have to sit at a half star.
That's how you know it's a good movie if you want more of that.
Yeah, you want more of Rusted Jack Black? It's a low bar. So, yep, that's where I'm at.
Wow.
Out
Look,
of
I'm going to be
4.
honest. I'm going to be totally upfront and honest here. I laughed my ass off through it, right?
That's not what it wants you to do.
And I said to Jared, gun to my head, I would rather watch this than the original.
You did, and I immediately fired back, you are smoking whatever Jack Black was fucking saying.
I was going to say, did you hold a gun to his head? 'Cause I would.
But as we went back and forth, a tete-a-tete, so to speak, I began to become more and more frustrated and angry with the film. And I'm in agreement. I think this is the worst of slasher films of the 90s. This is the worst possible way. This is the dregs.
Yeah.
This is even something like Valentine, which came after this, is better than this because
Probably,
this has this ridiculous, as you said, and both of you have said, the plot contrivances to get them there. They just defy fucking logic. Like, you can't possibly.
As Gibbo said, they defy horror logic.
And
Like, that is
That's a bad.
they defy slasher logic, and that's real bad. But as I said to my wife, I think I actually said to my wife during it, a good script, you go over it and you ask, what is the audience going to ask? What are the questions they're going to ask? And
Yeah.
then you answer them.
Yep.
So they won't ask.
Yeah.
This movie could not have given a flying fuck about what the audience was going to ask.
And even if you have those questions, a good director can patch them up so the first viewing or something like that, you don't think about them that much.
Yeah.
Or you say, I kind of picked up on it, but I didn't care.
Well, yeah.
But now,
But
it's
poor
only upon
script,
review that you
a
kind
good
of...
director can kind of jazz it up so it
Yeah.
feels like it wasn't there, so to speak. You know, based on our trivia, Peter Jackson could possibly jazz this up more than Danny Cannon can.
I think he
Peter
couldn't.
Jackson.
Even he said,
He read
not
the script,
possible.
went, what? you just covered
Yeah.
in questions.
I can't do anything for you with
This
this.
is a career ender, guys. I'm not taking it, thanks.
But the simple fact is, it's just the lowest ebb, I think. You can see why slasher films died out again.
Yes.
Because this is
Quickly.
what they started trotting out. They thought that the audience would just buy and swallow any old thing as long as it's got the prerequisite deaths and the good-looking teens and everything like that. But the fact is, looking at this, and I've heard a lot of people say, oh, this one's cheesier and it's more fun.
No.
But I don't think the first one's that good, but the first one at least has a logic to what's going on.
and it's got a rock-solid slasher setup.
Yeah.
However, they didn't quite get the best out of it, but it is there. So,
All right,
that's
I think the
something.
lights are going to be thin on the ground with 3.5 stars on the table.
They are. You've gone half as well. Oof.
I have gone
I thought
half,
you were
yeah.
going to go a little bit higher.
I was going to go higher because,
He
as I
talked
said,
to you
I
and then
laughed,
your brain switched on.
I laughed quite heavily.
Jared Cox, the voice of reason.
I laughed very heavily, and I was having a great time sort of cracking up about all the stupid shit that was going on.
Yeah, you know what? A couple of times the stupid stuff I laughed, and then a couple of times they did something stupid, and I said, "Fuck you!" to
Yeah.
the screen.
Oh,
But you
yeah.
got to weigh it up. You got to weigh it up, and I started weighing it up. And upon weigh up, I realised that it's just shit.
Unintentional comedy, they should have some awareness of the fact that it's there.
Yeah.
They don't. They think this is
Because
scary.
you know what this feels like? it's kind of like a spoof, but taken pure seriousness.
Dead
The
serious,
bit,
yeah.
no, we won't get ahead of it. There's a bit that's in a spoof though, and she does it in this movie, and I'm like, fuck, that is the best. I know where that's from now. Yeah, it's so bad.
All right, likes. From a general standpoint, I've got a couple of general ones.
Yep.
The gore quota is higher.
Yeah, it is a bit
The
higher than
gore is
first one.
better.
The first one, there was just
Barely any.
Yep.
This one delivers a few decent kills, and the hook is used appropriately.
Yeah, again, it's a light touch by comparison.
The first hook feels decent.
It's more,
Yeah.
Through the jaw in the car, that
Yeah.
one's good.
yeah, they ramp it up a little bit more.
But it's hardly super gory, but it's enough to keep you sort of you see a bit of the gore and you think, oh yeah, not a bad kill there or whatever. The other one for me was the location.
The other one.
Ah, surprise, surprise.
Scenery.
I had a semi, but this, if there was a legitimate reason why these people were on the island, it's a perfect slasher setup. It would make for great slasher stuff.
Yeah.
So it looks good on film too. Like it actually looks good on film.
The movie looks okay.
Yeah.
It's just none of it's. No, anyway, keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I got
He's already out.
no. Look,
stretching.
I got a laugh or two from Jack Black.
Yeah. I got a couple. It's kind of like it was in between this is fucking ridiculous and a little bit of classic Jack Black that sort of snuck in.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a hint.
He
As
gets
you-
a couple of laughs. Like the first
Yeah.
time you see him, oh, that's cold. But what about the ladies? The sweet ladies.
When he creeps up on him in the pool,
Sweet
and
young
he's trying to
lady.
check out her swimsuit, and the other guy's like, hey. And he's like, oh, whoa, whoa, it's all
I also
good,
love
bro.
it when
He moves directly from the ladies, the sweet young ladies, to hey, what's up? You looking for the disco? Dancing behind that bird, who just goes, beat it.
And look, I got a couple of giggles out of that. I got
Yeah.
like there wasn't enough of him, and he's pretty quickly dispatched.
Yeah, the pool bit was. Yeah, I got a big laugh out of that too because he's just rambling and then he starts looking at Brad. He goes, "Oh, what's up?" And then the Clive Piper like stands up and he's like, "Hey, it's good. It's all good, bro."
And then he soaks his doobie.
I also like when the guy's trying to tie up the boats and that at the dock.
Yeah.
He keeps hearing that noise. Turns around, Jack Black's saying,
When I saw
That's
that,
classic
when
Jack
I saw
Black.
that,
I've
I
seen it
immediately said, I kind of wish all the jump scares had been done by Jack Black. Anytime it wasn't a killer, it should have just been Jack Black
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
stupid shit like that.
So there was a couple of giggles there.
yes, a
I
couple.
thought Jeffrey Combs was suitably creepy as the manager, and he gets a couple of decent lines,
He had a
especially the
couple
stuff
of-
about the dog.
I'll go
I
with
found
you on the
idiots
lines.
like you in the. I've seen people like you in his stool, and then he said, "What does he say? The marginally trained off-season staff will look after your every need." And he looks
Yeah.
super uninterested as he says it.
I
Yeah,
do not want to be here.
He gets I got those first couple of lines. I was in for those, but he gets a massive dislike down the track for me. So I'll just temper it with that. But yeah, he did get a couple of those first lines. I was kind of like,
I mean,
bit
admittedly,
classic Jeffrey Combs.
I look at him and think, "Why are you here?"
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I'll get
why
into
you
that.
in this?
I'm going to savage that down the track.
Yeah.
He's still in a customer service role, though. That's the thing you need to... Like, no one in hospitality, especially in the Americas, who
He's still-
survive on tips, is
exactly.
that guy.
Yeah.
And you're still in the Bahamas, which is a prime location.
Yeah.
Even though you are the part of that seasonal staff, you got to have something going.
At least the bar chick had, like, she was just being cheeky. Like, he was just a mean arsehole.
Yeah.
He was Basil Fawlty.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a straight out of the box. How do I deal?
You had the
Honestly,
single.
dude,
You had the
seriously.
single.
What was I doing in the 90s? Looking back, it's no mystery that I couldn't get a bloody date to save myself. You want to come over to my house and listen to How Do I Do? No? Alright, I might just go and see. I still know what you did last summer by myself then.
What about Freak Me by Silk?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone? No, you also had Jennifer Love Hewitt's first album, I believe.
Did
Is that
I?
correct?
Did I?
Did she have a number of albums?
I don't know. Maybe. I may have had one of them.
You know what's funny?
get
They have
one of
Brandy
these
and
songs.
Jennifer Love Hewitt in a movie, and they go, let's get Jennifer Love Hewitt to sing.
Yeah.
Brandy must have just been
She'd be
real
so
happy
dirty.
with that. What am I here for then? I can't act. God.
And look at her head.
Any other likes?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But these are not good ones, obviously. Well, just quickly on Jennifer Love Hewitt, peak of her powers.
Yeah.
pretty young
Freddie
age.
Prinze Jr. Peak of his.
No, I don't see it. I remember him being like, "Oh, yeah, that was the guy that around the where
Yeah.
weird looking dude, long neck."
I will say, after we savaged him, we took him apart. I know I did last summer.
Yeah.
I got a letter. Yeah, sort of shit didn't fly.
As I said, it wasn't from your agent.
About more work. He was a bloody. I'm gonna have to terminate our bloody relationship. He's much better in this film.
Yes.
Partially because he is a side character.
Yeah, and you pointed out, I think he didn't want a bar of it.
Yeah.
And his sort of aloof, I don't give a fuck about this movie, actually results in a better performance.
Yeah. It's
Well,
a better
that scares me
performance.
because he is the worst actor in the movie for me.
No, fuck no.
Who's worse?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Mackay Pfeiffer?
Nah.
He is having a fucking shocker.
Yeah, he's actually
We're
got
getting
talent.
ahead of
He looks
ourselves.
dreadful.
Stop.
Yep. We'll get. Sorry, the likes. We're still in the likes.
Okay, I would have gone with the cast, like not in their acting ability, but they're kind of like a likable group of people to be around. If you know what I mean, like they're not painful fuckwits for the most part. Mackay Pfeiffer's
yes,
already did. Will is such a gentleman.
Come on, justify
great
yourself.
guy.
Will?
Yeah, he's innocent gentleman.
Oh,
You guys aren't getting like tongue in cheekness here, obviously.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Spoiler alert, the bloke's a fucking murderer.
One of my biggest giggles
he's
when Freddie
he's a
Prinze
nice
Jr.
man,
gentleman.
walks into the pawn shop.
Oh, yeah.
And he's clearly dishevelled, upset, full on, wants to pawn an engagement ring and buy a gun. And the bloke's like, "You sure you want to do this?" And he's like, "Yes." And he goes, "Okay."
Yep.
What is that guy doing?
Yeah.
Like, he's just trying to set up like a massacre or
Like
something.
Mark
More
Miller.
like,
I was like, is
that bloke is one of the
Yeah.
better actors in the fucking movie.
exactly.
His
Yeah, he
work
actually
on
can
Sons of Anarchy is fantastic.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
stick him in there.
He's good.
We've got a
at
good
that
actor.
movie.
Yeah, stick him in the extras role. Look, bloody.
Yeah. Yes, he looks dishevelled. He looks not ready to have a gun currently.
He is not in a good frame of mind. And the
No.
bloke's like, "You sure?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, and quite frankly, that ring, that came out of a fucking
Oh, he's like,
Jack box.
it's like,
didn't it?
that's one carrot. And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, $250. What? He's like, "I don't have much of a market for this." For a fucking 1 carat dog.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure eBay was in its infancy. You can find something. You can find a market for that thing, mate.
Bit of a stretch. Speaking of other funny stretches that I didn't really get, but made me laugh, the sunbed scene, the world's strongest zip tie. Sorry, you just grab it and twist it and it pops off.
Yeah, I've got something else to add to that. The dislike.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Fucking funny.
I'm sure you do. And then the only other one I had was when she's stuck in the greenhouse and Love Hewitt grabs the axe and decides, "I'm going to smash this chain," and then promptly swings it with her wrist about an inch. Dink! It's like a little axe
And
dab.
you're not chopping that open. Just chop the door open.
Just smash the door open.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not chopping the chain.
So
It's
they finally
metal.
get to the window. Anyway, that I did, and they were all really bad things that I just laughed at because they were shit. So they're not
Anything
really
else?
Yeah, I had a couple.
Oh, hang
Just
on.
a couple.
Shit.
Yeah.
This has gone way
These sound like
longer
actual
than I
words.
thought.
Well, this is the cast is quite deep in parts. Ray's buddy on the fishing boat.
John
I can't
Hawkes.
remember his name.
He's good.
He's
John
a good
Hawkes,
actor, and in the 3 minutes of his screen time, I'm sitting there going, "Fuck, I can get behind this bloke." He's he's got a couple of gags. He's singing a bit of Whitesnake. I'm on board, and then you're gone. You're
And
the
I
most
must admit,
interesting
I did
character in the
giggle when he
movie.
goes, "You don't know the harmonies." Oh, fuck. When he goes, I'm leaving this band. I'm going solo.
The way that he said, the way that he sits when Freddie Prinze says to him, "You don't sound anything like the bloke," and he looks at him for a second, it's like he's legitimately upset. He's like, "I sound exactly like you."
And he starts going, "I've made it."
But that he was the most
Yeah, he's
legitimately
Oscar nominated, mate, so I don't know what the fuck he was
legitimately
doing.
most
in this.
interesting
Early
character in
career.
the
Early
movie.
career, yeah.
In fucking 3 minutes, I'm like, he's my guy. I want more of him.
Yeah.
Go on, see you
Yeah.
later.
They could have changed him out for Freddie Prinze, and it's a way better movie.
Fuck, they could have changed him out for anybody. It's a better
Not
movie.
Will. Will's good.
And the other one was
In italics. So that's-
Good guy.
the picking up the bodies with the hook.
Yeah.
It only happens once, I think, in
But
this
it
one. But
looks
the
quite
housekeeper.
nasty.
it should be like a bit of a signature sort of thing.
yeah,
Like,
just bed
you
it
know,
in there.
it
And,
kind of gave him a bit of a Jason kind of vibe, like a little bit of this hulking kind of that he's strong, but it's also
But he's actually not a very big guy.
No, he's not. It suits the tool that he's using and whatever.
Yeah, but it also shows a little bit of brutality.
Yeah, and it's an effective bit of work on
you just
screen.
did
Pick him
Mate.
up and take him away. I think that I agree with that.
Yeah, but that scene, because you're sort of looking down the hallway too, and he just sort of hooks it in her and drags her in the room. You're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Danny
Well,
Cannon,
I
mate. Yeah.
Danny Cannon. Oh, missed it.
Can you do that again? No, it was an accident. Fuck.
And Neil H. Morris is in the background going, "Didn't you say Peter Jackson was doing this?" Jesus.
Yeah, my last one was Jennifer Esposito's line about everyone's a goddamn singer.
Yeah,
it was
I thought
kind of
that
like
was-
a little bit of meta work, but the fact that, as Gibbo said, you got Brandy in there, but Jennifer Love Hewitt singing, I was kind of like, it's not a bad little movie, a little throwaway line.
Yeah, I thought it was a legitimate jab at what they did.
Yeah, it was. And I thought that was quite funny as well.
And that's me.
Yep, correct.
You know, anything more?
More than I should have
no.
had.
Let's get to it.
The dislikes from the
Has
fucking...
anyone got general stuff to start with?
Well-
because I think that we could basically go through this movie from head to toe.
Oh, look, I
Let's
think
do
we
it.
just go head to toe, mate, because my first dislike is the opening.
Mine's before the opener. What? The just nonsensical, random, fake screaming sounds before the fucking movie even starts.
Oh yeah, from the
It's like a
original
mood
film.
setting thing.
Yeah, it's from the original film.
Yeah, but
That was
it's
you.
not it, and then it's nothing. It's just that it's like, oh, we're spooking you. No, you're not. It's just stupid shit, and then the movie just starts. It's
Yeah.
dumb and it annoyed me straight away. I knew
It
I
was
was
a pretty lazy sort of tie-in.
That opening scene too could have been alright until she gets in the confessional and stupid fucking fisherman's there going, I know. Bullshit.
No, well, it's a dream. They're always
I
stupid.
know.
Yeah,
but
but the
come
thing
on.
is, so it looked like an Elm Street flick from the
Yeah,
get-go, so
yeah.
I'm like, we kind of knew it was a dream.
Kind of felt it was a
and
dream.
as soon as she sat in the confessional, you're sitting there going, fuck, I wonder who's in here.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's nothing in the original film to state, yeah, she went to church, she goes to confession, so
Yeah.
it was just ridiculous and just added nothing to the previous one.
All it did was just recap the first film. That's basically
Yeah.
what she did, because she just tells you what happened.
Well, that's got it. This is my second one, was the exposition. In the first,
Yeah.
4 different scenes, it's just info dump.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the laziest explaining away of this little sting at the end of the first one, the jumping through the shower.
Yeah.
I still know
Yeah.
on the shower. And Will goes to her. She goes, I had another dream. And he goes, the one in the shower? And I'm just there going, oh, you're fucking kidding.
Yeah,
us.
so I don't even get
Yeah,
that. That would make me mad as well.
Will's a nice bloke. He went, the one in the shower?
Yeah. Hang on, I need to think about what you're doing in the shower.
Yeah. I've got to go now.
Can spend some time with Little Will.
I'll tell you what I also love. The exposition on how scared she is. They show her close the door, lock, thing of mace on the key
Yeah.
ring. I'm just
Not heavy-handed.
Look, and she's scared. I get it. It wasn't necessary, because she even says, walking out with Will, that she's been shitting herself and having these dreams. By the way, who wakes up in the middle of class going, "Yo!" Who actually does?
People that are very scared, Adam,
Because
have some empathy.
Look, I'm a, I like to think of myself as a bit of a man's man, but I've had some nightmares where I've woken up
But you go,
pretty freaked out, but
Yeah.
I've never woken up screaming my head off.
it wasn't just like a yelp,
have
it was
once.
a full-blooded...
Actually, it was more of a moan. I kind of woke up going, ah!
We won't ask what the dream was about.
It was a scary one. I'll tell you that.
Sure.
I think I woke up. I think I dreamt that I was watching this movie.
Last night, after I had watched it, I had a nightmare. I awoke subsequently upset.
The scariest thing about this movie is remember that you had to watch it.
No, the other thing was I woke up and I went, ah! And then I thought, good, I feel better. I don't have to watch. I'll always watch it last summer. I
We're not gonna do that.
still don't. Oh no, we will. No worries.
Is it better or worse?
No,
worse.
we can get
Possibly
0,
worse.
mate. We can get 0 for that.
Wow.
That is real bad.
Let's not then.
That first couple of sequences are so heavy-handed and so
Lazy.
lazily written that of course you can't get behind these people
No.
because they're awful. Like Brandy, her friend, and she's aware, not of the full story, but she's aware that Juliet had problems.
She's
knows that,
nervous,
you got
anxiety,
issues.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is the girl that wakes up
rifling
screaming.
through her closet in the middle of the fucking night.
And
do
if
ya?
even if you kind of, I didn't know you were here, you still kind of, come in and go, anyone here?
Yeah. But Jared, that whole thing is flawed because she says you're coming out with us. why didn't you wake her up in the first place? then?
Yeah. Like I just don't. Yeah.
So how'd you get in there? That place was triple locked.
And the other thing too is,
The
the other thing too is, if you knew where the cupboard was, where were you running from and to in the background? And if you were doing that, you must have been aware that I was here. So fucking ludicrous.
While we're talking about that scene, the first of the conceits I mentioned in the
I'd have stabbed her. Get the fuck out of my closet.
No, you can't have my fucking skirt.
If you come back in here again, I'm gonna fucking knife you.
So the whole reason she's there by herself, okay, is because she's walking home with a boy after having this big episode and goes, I think this guy's still around. I'm really nervous. Do you want me to come with you? No, I want to go in my house by myself and be alone. It's the first of many times in this movie where someone that thinks they're in danger, instead of sticking with a group and being safe, animals do it. Fucking meerkats are smarter than you, you stupid bitch. Like, she wants to be alone all the time because she's scared. You're a fucking idiot.
Now,
except when they're trying to figure out who the killer is later on. She says, "We need to stay together."
no, yeah.
Yep.
So you finally come back.
Finally came around.
But then someone else takes up the mantle and goes, I'm going to go looking for the fucking dude in the set, like that, and then the boys go, we're going to go get this girl, stay here in the lobby of this hotel where everyone's dead, it's safer.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting ahead.
I believe before she goes to bed that night, she has a run-in with Ray. Is that correct?
On the phone. Yeah, she asked him, she invites him to the thing.
He's there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that was before the whole scene. Yeah.
Did you wonder where he came from? Because she locks the gate, turns around, and he pops up behind her like he was hiding in the bushes.
Yeah.
He dropped a line there too that was very close to
sort of
let her
slip out of the window like fucking Terminator or something. Yeah, like, but that whole sequence too doesn't help because, and I'll get to it later on, it comes up later, but when he's talking with John Hawkes, he's got the shits big time in this discussion. She immediately pisses him off because he says that she can't come to the place where she was almost murdered. Which, look, you know what? I'm cutting her some slack.
Fair
She was
call,
almost killed.
fair enough.
And her friends were murdered. I think I'm going to let...
PTSD and all that.
Yeah, PTSD.
I had it here, Ray is an insecure, pouty dick.
Yeah.
Is what I wrote down. And
Ray
that's
goes,
basically
you can't come to
Don't
me.
spend time with me, do ya?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I've got to work on my trauma. What about my career?
Yeah, I've got to work. Okay, so that's an explanation why we can't hang out together. So fucking cut me some slack, you asshole.
But he does that, and then just to sort of close the loop on this, I have to jump slightly forward. He then has a phone conversation with her. We're going to the Bahamas. Oh, so you can't hang out with me, but you can go to the Bahamas. Got the shits again.
Yeah. Insecure, pouty
Yep.
dick.
Yeah.
He hangs up. Guess what?
This is
I
what
was gonna marry me. You fucking what? What are you,
Yeah.
schizophrenic?
Yeah, he's bipolar.
But his mate says to him, "We haven't caught Dick in days, mate. What go? Like, so where's the explanation for? I got to work and
It's because he's an
pouting that.
insecure, pouty
I'm
dick.
sitting there going, Bahamas. Fuck, I can get a fucking holiday for free to do the
And let me
proposal.
tell-
This is perfect. I'm going.
Yeah,
He's got the
that
shits
is
'cause
the
she's
place
friends
to
with Will.
propose.
Yeah,
Would that not make sense to
I think
take it over there? I reckon.
I think they
bet you-
quickly had to explain that
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze wasn't going to be on the
Yeah,
island.
I reckon that's what happened.
But they could have done
Initially,
it
it would have been
surely.
that conceit, and Freddie Prinze would have been in it more.
Wouldn't
but
it
I
have
reckon
been
he
better to
probably
do
said, "I don't
something
wanna
like
do
he's on a crew and he says, "Yeah, I'll be there," and then his fucking boss
Yeah.
comes in and says, "No, you won't,"
No, he's then attacked on the way out of town.
or something like that.
I was going to say,
Yeah, yeah.
before anything happens,
Why does he
has
have
the
to
dude
be
show
such a prick?
Well,
I don't
but they had to
understand.
explain why he wasn't going to be there in the morning, and she was okay just to say, "Okay, well, I'm still coming."
Yeah,
So if he had said, "I'm coming,"
because
and
then
just
you
didn't
get
show up.
strap-on Will
Yeah.
involved, and that's the only way you get him involved.
I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
just kill him then. Just kill
Yeah.
him right. He's the first death.
So, but
bloke
the
tracks him down, kills him, and then starts with her.
could would have been better if you're not the fucking boss of your boat. You just got someone in your ear saying,
Well,
"I can't let you go," or whatever.
Gibbo's actually spot on. Kill him. Like Scream or something, you open with the death of a previous character.
Yeah,
That
but you still
audience
need
likes.
whatever happened.
Unfortunately, the audience didn't like him in the first movie.
Whatever-
so I don't think that would
Whatever
work.
happened, he had to be non-committal for her to go without him. For her to sit there in the morning and say, "I thought he was going to come,"
Yeah.
and then Brandy go, "Well, he didn't, but look who's here," and she
The
go,
gentleman.
Okay. Because if she's waiting for Ray, she's going, "I'm not going. Something's wrong," because she's already of that mindset. I haven't heard from him. I tried to ring him and he said he was going to be here.
Yeah.
I'm in full-blown meltdown. I'm
Yeah.
not going to the fucking
Yeah.
Bahamas.
True. But this movie didn't give a shit about anything else, so why would it matter?
He's also not a likable character.
No, he's not.
Also,
Let's
what part
backtrack.
of
Yeah, we'll
she said-
backtrack.
Let's backtrack, because I've got some real winners here to throw in.
Seen in the club?
The club,
Fucking awful.
awful, but
How can
they
we
doubled down on it too. The stupid pricks.
How can
They
we
didn't have to
shoehorn
do
a
it
bloke and a
once.
slicker into the club?
Yeah.
Strike
He's
one.
up there going, dancing like a robot.
Yeah, it would have been better if he crept up behind her and they just went, break down.
Better if it was actually a jump scare, which he turned around into him, and then he was just randomly wearing some bloke was just randomly wearing a slicker in the club with everyone else, and just starts.
Who would it be? Macklemore.
Yeah,
That's right.
but that whole sequence is poor, right?
It doesn't
But
feel like the movie.
But it could have been. I'll never say it could have been good, but it could have been palatable in that she was having these flashes or PTSD or whatever of him. Could have been one shot in the club, but what they do
That
is
was the
they,
place where you didn't know if it was or it wasn't. Like,
yeah. But they show him up in the rafters,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
goes after him. He appears behind. Like they double up on it,
Yeah.
and then they have the jump scare. She turns around and runs into Will. It's like, you guys, have you seen any of these movies? Like, it just feels like they didn't. It's just pure template. Like, this is how you do it. Oh, we're in a nightclub. Better chuck the guy in the flicker in there.
It's paint by numbers.
Yeah.
In the worst way. But it's even that, like, if you see the bloke on the, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna, like, I've got to, like, was she going up to kill him? What did she think she was going to do when she got there?
Don't know.
'Cause she's charging at him through the crowd.
She's going to look at him and go, oh, it is you. And then run. run the
But
opposite direction.
also, that's when we meet Mekhi Phifer, who is just a disgrace,
Slime
mate.
ball prick.
He is the worst character in this movie. He is...
And a good actor, too.
Yeah, good, solid
they
actor.
Dragged the man down heavily.
But he is a really good actor, given a decent role, but he's just turned into a one-dimensional dickhead the whole time.
Can you touch my penis? Can you touch my penis? That's pretty much it the whole time.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look at this. Yeah, not over there.
It's like Eddie Murphy and Bowfinger.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion on something.
Look at this. It's not funny.
But that whole sequence in a nightclub, and the next morning when they turn up and Will's with them, it paints Mekhi Phifer as a real jerk. Like, you know, he's a really nasty, arrogant sort of person. But Carla, basically, she is a pimp.
Yeah.
She continues to force that bloke on Julie constantly,
Yeah.
talking about having sex with him and all this sort of shit.
She
And I'm
has
thinking,
no other role in the movie.
I'm
basically.
thinking, what kind of characterization is this?
Yeah.
So your best mate basically acts like some sort of bloody, you know,
Oh, she's a good friend.
escort or something.
Yeah.
or
She's a
She's a
madam.
friend. She breaks in and steals your shit and tries to pimp you out.
Yeah.
Winning.
It's really poorly handled.
The
So
nightclub scene
Mekhi
too.
Phifer is the sex pest.
No,
And
Will's
she's
the
the
sex
surrogate
pest, and
sex
she's the surrogate.
I think it's a triumvirate of sex pest.
yeah, because
It's three sex
they're
pests.
all involved because Mekhi Phifer starts that bullshit up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that nightclub scene, because my least favourite thing about this movie is the stupid people wanting to be alone when they're in danger. The second time is when she's at the club. She's in a fucking packed nightclub full of people, completely safe. Like, if you get murdered there, you're pretty unlucky. She goes, no, I want to go, Will. I'm going home. She goes home by herself. That's the second time. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. I've seen the killer, so I might just remove myself from the
Yeah.
safe.
There's no way he could be outside waiting
surrounded
for
by
me.
people.
Yeah.
What did they say in Stranger Danger class? Safety in numbers?
Yeah.
Oh. Shit, I'm alone.
I had an issue with the competition. Mark in the morning. She got that call seconds after she said her number's unlisted. Right?
Yeah, but then she said that she'd given the number out or something.
No, she said she'd given it to Ray.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So,
How
I'm
did Mark
assuming
in the
an
morning
unlisted
get it?
number, radio stations don't have access. I know they dial random numbers, but you still can't get access to a random unlisted number, can
Did you see
No.
how excited the girls got when they thought they were on the radio, though?
I know.
Might
But
bypass
they were
logic
never
there.
on, like...
And they weren't listening. They obviously they loved 96 point whatever, but they weren't listening to Mark in the
just
morning. So
quietly,
everyone said they love
just
it.
quietly, I actually was called by 104 or something over a competition that I won. Some CDs. This left field right.
You left it there.
Did you ever pick it up?
I said, don't bother. But I can tell you right now, they don't speak like that on the phone.
No, they just talk to normal people.
They don't talk to you like it's the radio.
No.
Because it wasn't live, mate. None of it was live. When I heard it later, it
They just edited out a
sounded
couple of
live.
seconds,
And
and
he actually told me He basically told me the answers.
Yeah.
I got one of them wrong. There was 3 questions. I got one of them wrong. I was slightly off.
Bozo.
That's why they gave you that CD. It's folks, not worth it. Give him the shit CD.
You could give him all these classics. I can go one of them
Save
wrong.
the Beyonce disc. Give him the shit.
I can't remember what it was, but I was close. I was close, but not quite there. And he just basically said to me,
Did you say something?
He said, just say this.
Yep.
And I said it, and then when it was heard on the radio, it was just edited together. I was never on the radio live at any point. Yeah, I looked like a genius. And then they missed the bit where I said, this left feels right, fuck off.
Also conveniently left out.
I don't want that. Edit that out. There you go.
Keep your fucking CD.
There you go. Just say, yeah, thanks for that. No, I'm fucking right. So it just ends with me going, just go straight to a song. But the thing about Mark in the Morning too is there's no indication they'd ever listened to Mark in the Morning. They never knew who Mark in the Morning was. Like, it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest problem with the film, is the conceit to get this together. Like, what serial killer?
What about the fact that the kid's been embedded in the school long enough for them to be close friends, so that he can be a friend that goes with them on the trip, so that he can help his...
Yeah. This is really specific.
It's a long
word.
game. It's a long game.
Like, you know, people criticise Jason. At least he's just a fucking lunking honk who does a bit of
He's
electrical
a
work
mindless idiot, mate.
around his own cabin.
Well, he's got to fill his hours.
Will and Ben up, they're planning. Fuck, lucky I saved up for your college fund so you can get the same fucking class as that girl I want to kill.
For years.
Ridiculous.
You know what? He knows the phone number. They could just go to a house and fucking kill her.
Yeah.
Job's done.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He could get it. Will could get it done. No muss, no fuss.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be raining. So what would a bloke in a slicker be doing?
No, but the slicker guy doesn't even
Instead of just in a writing meeting, someone saying, "Look, this Bahamas stuff is bullshit. Why don't we just make her go to college in a fucking dreary, rainy town?"
Like Seven.
Yeah, we can send it around the
just
college.
rains all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure when David Fisher was making Seven, no one said, "Look, why don't we make it nice and sunny?"
Yeah.
No, let's just make it
It'll
rain.
really
all
help the
time.
mood of the film.
Yeah. But the whole conceit of everything that happens involves lots of time, lots of money, for no payoff. Like, there is no...
But let's be honest, the bloke was on a fishing boat and he wasn't fishing, so he doesn't have a lot of money for his days on the boat.
He's sort of a hand too, so he can't really be someone's mate on a ship.
Yeah, manual labour's out.
I mean, the guy's not going to be on Deadliest Catch.
But he had to have bought 4 kids plane tickets, like accommodation, all that stuff had to have been paid for at some point.
Yeah. But it's down season. You know, cheap.
Not that cheap.
Still a few thousand.
You know what's cheaper? Just go into a house and killing her.
Yeah, that's a lot cheaper. Much cheaper. And you know what? Budget's cheaper too. This guy, this Trey Calloway, I don't know much about him, and I'm not gonna kick him too hard because a job's a job.
I would if I met him.
But I think he got the job and just thought, "Fuck, I'm just gonna whip this up and move on to the next." You know, like I'm gonna pay my rent with this check, and then I'm moving on.
Bottom line, this was one of his early credits, but the bottom line is this. As you said it in several of our other podcasts, someone has to pitch this to producers, money men, studios. I cannot believe, especially Neil Moritz, who's been around for a long time, made a lot of movies.
Yeah, good ones.
Didn't go,
and expensive ones that
what
made money.
is this?
Yeah.
Like, did anybody in this meeting say, good God,
But
this is a ridiculous idea?
If I wrote a script, I'm giving it, before I pitch it to anyone, I'm giving it to 10 people and say, read this and ask me any fucking questions you have. You know, how does the killer get everyone to the Bahamas? Question 1. Okay, well, fuck, I better answer that.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I think Calloway takes the job. It's a writing job for a can't miss property because it already had a original, and we're just going to cash in on it.
Well, I think that's how it gets the green light, because at this point, Freddie Prinz was the fucking guy, and Jennifer Love Hewitt was probably close to the girl. Like, you get those two as the leads, that's probably your green light.
And you had
it
a
was
It's like
successful
getting
original.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie 10 years ago.
It was classic. They didn't learn the lesson of the 80 slashers. They just said, we got a name, we got the 2 leads back, fucking slap it together and get it out as quick as you can.
Yeah,
Like,
instead of going, we could do something with this if we take some time.
Yeah.
Because the premise of I Know What You Did Last Summer has merit.
Yeah.
But they never capitalise ever. Not even the first one capitalised.
And they think quick. We've got to fucking slap this out before the genre kind of dies out a bit. And the fucking catch-22 is you're the reason it fucking dies out.
Yeah.
Because you put poop like this on the screen, basically.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the Bahamas, right?
Wait.
I've got one before.
You've got one before the
we've got more.
Bahamas. Oh my god.
Speaking of conceits,
Yeah.
Ray's attack on the road, was the killer laying in the road for hours beforehand? How did he know he was coming that way? How did he know he was coming at all?
Did he bug his phone? Was
how did
he
he know?
nearby?
He's laid out this plan. Oh yeah, fuck, he'll come down and see her or whatever. But was that even... anyway, he's laid that plan out, and then as you said, what happens when he's sitting there for 2 hours and someone else comes driving past and beep, beep, beep. Oh, it's not him. I better just fucking drag the... Sorry, mate. I'll just drag this dead body out of the road in front of us.
Funny prank. Hey, keep moving.
It's just
So we're filming an episode of
stupid.
Juiced.
They make out like it's a long road trip, right? Like Freddie Prinze and his mate, they're singing songs. Like they're on a long road trip to go to surprise this girl. He had to have been there for fucking hours.
Yeah.
And he didn't...
Exactly.
I still don't know how he even knew he was coming.
But
Will didn't know.
Well,
the
that's
other
the thing.
question of all this is...
It's an assumption. We give him these tickets, and then Freddie Prinze will turn up, and then I'll knock him off, so you take his place. This is going to work a treat. And it's kind of like, Dad, this is a really kind of... This plan has to all come together. It's a bit kind of Scooby-Doo.
Dad, look, I've been going to college for 6 months. I don't really want to anymore. Let's get this sorted out.
Yeah.
You know what film was very similar in terms of plot conceits to this one? Reindeer Games.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Stupid shit that had to, like, nonsensical stuff that had to happen for the plot to happen at all. It's very similar.
But you know the other thing I liked is aside from the contrivances, the actual scene is fucking bullshit. Like honestly, his mate is there going, oh, you know, should we get out of the car? I don't think we should. I'm like, why wouldn't you? If it's an accident, you're jumping out of the car.
Try to help
but then
the bloke.
Freddie Prinze says to him, I got the line written down. It was something like...
Because the guy's like, he's already dead, and he goes, what if he's not?
Yeah. He goes, that's right. He goes, look, the guy looks dead, and Freddie goes, maybe he's not. And it's like, like, yeah, because I've got experience with this, if you didn't catch that. Like, but then, you know, he gets out, and then, of course, shit goes down. Ray gets chased by the car, okay?
Runs down the middle of the road.
That's my next dislike.
Runs down, but didn't Ben Willis not say at the end of the last movie, if you run someone down, make sure he's really dead? Because then he does the exact same fucking thing.
He just shambles down a hill.
Yeah,
he just leaves him.
He's assuming that Ray's dead. Because he's surprised when he turns up in the Bahamas, isn't he?
Well, Jared, he doesn't have time to look after it because he's got
He's got a boat to catch.
He's got a mousetrap-like plan that's currently going forward.
But I mean, it's like,
It's thrown his schedule way off.
it's a bit of do as I say, not as I do.
He's in the car going, is he dead? Can I go back?
We don't have
Oh
time.
shit, I haven't got time for that.
I could let it slide if he didn't say the fucking same thing to the people that did that to him in the first movie.
You know what?
If you're going to run him down, make sure he's dead.
Look,
Okay,
call
well,
me an
maybe
asshole.
you too.
Call me an asshole,
Okay.
but I am just driving straight past. I'm not even
I'm riding
braking.
the window down.
Yeah.
You good? Yep.
I'm not. You jump out and you help the bloke. It's just like, it's a human. At no point do you think, geez, that guy's going to kill
I'll
me.
go
if I try
straight
and help
past
him."
Yeah, you're not even winding the window down. You're just having a peek going, yeah, no, he's right, don't worry then.
Fuck, there's people like you on the roads, eh?
Look, I
Unbelievable.
can see he's spitting blood out. That means he's still alive.
But let's
He's
be
still
honest
breathing.
here. You could tell that thing was a mannequin from minute one if you'd have pulled over.
The fact that it was in the coat, I
Yeah.
was like, this is
Yeah.
a trap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
well,
never
that's
seen the
the
movie.
other thing. What? He's in the coat. Ray's got to look at that and go, this...
Doesn't
He's
feel like it.
driving past.
Because it wasn't raining either.
But see,
He's wearing a fucking slicker.
He's wearing a slicker in the middle of the Bahamas. No, we're not at Bahamas yet. Sorry.
you know what? This also comes back to the idea that why did you need to kill him in the Bahamas, considering you tried to knock Ray off at home?
Yep. It's doable.
What's the difference with Julie?
We needed to be
I wanted to
running.
give her a holiday first. I
So she could be running around in a white shirt and he could have a slicker on.
You mentioned
Okay.
quickly, when he's getting chased by the car, Freddie Prinze Jr. runs down the road, the middle of the road, which is the only place the car can
Yeah.
go. You could run up the little hill next to the
Yeah,
road.
well,
look,
your
he's
car's
dead.
not getting up there.
He's
Or
dead
it had a
some
barrier,
juice
didn't
to
it?
There's a barrier that
Yeah.
stops the car.
Just do a quick leap over the barrier, turn around, it's like, fuck yeah. Yes, your plan fell apart.
And he's
like
not just sprinting.
mousetrap.
He's not even sprinting down the road though. He's doing like the jog and then the shamble, turn around, look. Oh, the car's still coming.
He's stepping and jinking a little bit. I was happy with that. He threw a head wobble.
Mate,
A bit of a goose step.
I just said like get a hook jam.
Yeah, he went like this. he went the
I'm out
other
of
way.
there.
Pirouetted.
I don't run like that. I'm putting the steps in. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Look, I'm hurdling the barrier. I'm jinking. I'm fucking, as you said, it's pirouetting. Balk. I'm going this way. No, I'm not.
Goosey.
Yeah, I'm going. Let me tell you something too. I mean, there's probably a couple more here, but I like to zero in on the karaoke sequence as possibly the most ridiculous of the entire film. Is it actually
Fucking
possible to do that?
No, because
don't
the
think
DVD.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
didn't hack it on the internet.
Yep.
Like, that's a DVD system.
Yep.
And then it just turns off before anyone else sees it.
So now we're adding to his list. Son, we better produce a karaoke DVD. Make sure she sings this song and turns around at this particular time.
Because the whole time she's singing because she knows the song. She's not looking at the screen.
Why is she singing this song, Dad? Well, yeah, it's a bit of a laugh, but it's my favourite song also.
And I hear she knows the words. The whole thing's so
He's
dumb.
on the phone with his son's going, Dad, I haven't got time for this. I got calculus today.
I actually gave that
I've
one.
got to actually meet the girl. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
You better get your finger out there.
I'm failing this class. I won't be in
They're
a
going
class.
to kick me out of school.
So that scene bugged me until I thought, hang on, maybe that was a hallucination. That was the only thing I gave it there.
Well, that was the other, because that happened a few times. That's also what I was thinking. But then I went back and I said, it still looks stupid.
No, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It had no, like...
I like how he did those letters in red too. Very good, very good. Like blood.
Yeah. Look, I love the DVD, son. But can you we can put the letters in red? And
the
it was gonna pop.
It'll really set it off.
Got any Star Wipes?
Yeah, you've just got a simple fade. I need Star Wipes in there. No, but the bottom line is that sequence is just so stupid.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, if it's a hallucination, it does not in any way
Indicate
make
that
out
it is.
like it might be.
Yeah, well, we need some Vaso on the lens, guys.
Yeah. Something. Anything.
Bit of Days of Our Lives in.
Just to backtrack slightly, Jeffrey Combs. As I said, I love the bloke. I love the bloke, and he had a couple of lines. But the more I saw him, the more I just thought, what the fuck is he doing here? And as Gibbo said, you take a little bit. Yeah, it's a customer service job, so your ass would have been fired months ago, like years ago. But the more and more it went along, I looked at it and I said, the only reason this is Jeffrey Combs is red herring. There is no other reason for it to be a creepy little man behind the desk. And that is the biggest problem with this movie, is the fucking one-note characterizations of everybody.
Yeah,
So
but was
he
it
is-
even a mystery? Like,
But this is
I
the
picked
thing.
Will. I'd never seen the movie before today, and I picked him straight away.
It's
I knew he was just involved.
it's supposed to be, but the only reason they make it, the only way they make it a mystery is Jeffrey Combs, the voodoo bellhop, and Jennifer
I can't wait to get to
Esposito.
that.
Jennifer Esposito is the worst because she's just, hanging out, serving drinks or whatever, and the only thing they do to make her mysterious is...
Make her say that line.
so why are you still here?
Why are you here?
It's none of your
None of your
goddamn
goddamn business. And then she goes back to normal, like Dark and Stormies, and it's like, okay, so you've dropped one little line as to that she's a bit mysterious. The only one that didn't get it was Jack Black. And everyone, like those three characters, they added them for red herring, and then just to kill off later on. Admittedly, the first time I watched it, I didn't pick that it was Will because I was a fucking idiot and didn't know anything about these
You were a
movies.
kid though at that point.
Yeah, a kid, but I reckon, this time around, I reckon I would have picked it when the voodoo bellhop looks at Will and goes, I've been doing this longer than you were a glint in your daddy's eye, or something like that. After Will says, can I pick the bags up? And I'm just like, that's a little bit curious. But yeah, those three characters, that's why they're there, and there's no other reason for them to be there. So.
Mate, I picked Will before they left, the
Yeah.
town. I knew, I'm like, this guy's in on it.
Beware of the new character that's there for no fucking reason.
But he's then just unnecessarily like fake nice and shit. Like
Yep.
it was
Yep.
just so obvious.
Also, he's a bit of a fan of turning up, sneaking up on her as well.
Yeah, well, he does the
After the
surprise
whole
thing.
karaoke thing.
Yeah. You.
He comes in his bloody wrestling shoes, so you can't hear him. And he's in the background going,
Look, if Julie was my friend, I'm saying I understand what you went through last year, so I'm wearing a fucking cat's bell.
Yeah, like cowbell.
Yeah, cowbell. Every time you know, you're going to know when I'm here, and that's just the nice thing to do because everyone else seems to sneak up on you like a fucking ninja.
Everybody,
Look.
her boyfriend, her friend, that
And then
guy.
get the shits with her when she goes, bah.
Oh, jeez.
Julie, I can't be your friend anymore. You're too much work.
Yeah. She's high maintenance.
It's too much
All
work.
she went through was any of the experience and the murder of a bunch of her friends.
Yeah.
She's so precious.
No. Hey, I've got other things to worry about. I've got frat parties to go to.
Fuck. What's your next one?
Blood-covered body. Another one disappears, steam clean to the
I had that
nines.
one.
Up to his old tricks. He's got it, he's
But
obviously...
this time at least he had an offside. Will, hurry up, I got problems.
The
blood drew on the floor. I was supposed to stay on the body. God
Doesn't
damn it.
Will hang around with someone like that? Oh no, he's gone off for a walk or something at that point. But yeah, it's still quick. She's out of the room. Get the cleaning crew. How are you doing this? There's still only two of you.
He's going. They both look at it. They go, "What are we going to do?" He goes, "Grab one of the marginally trained off-season staff and get it help us."
The other thing too is the implausibility of it all. Is there's supposed to be like 10 people on the island. Okay, so that explains to you could get around a bit more unseen. But one of the staff that says he's fucking seen you. He used to work here. I've seen him in the woods.
Do you think he looked over and
what are you
saw
doing? Are you going back to the manager and saying, "What's Ben Willis doing here? I haven't seen him in 20 years. Who the fuck's Ben Willis?"
He also says he's wearing a flicker and he's got one hand.
Yeah, you see him lurking through the games room. Someone says, "Who are you?" I'm the marginally trained gardener. That's just here for
Look, I've got some weeding to do. Holds up the old hook hand.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, you just mentioned the hook hand. I'll throw this one. This is a general one. Every time you see the hook, there's the unsheathing sound of a sword.
Yeah.
It doesn't even touch things. It's just moving through the air with a shing. And I'm like, nope.
That's some sharp air you're cutting there.
That was a very general one,
And
but
also,
it's every time.
is that jammed straight into his hand? Is he like
Yeah,
Candyman?
because he's got no hand. Remember, they cut his hand got caught up in the rope in the end of the first.
Is that like Candyman?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's another reason. Oh yeah, I saw him walking around in the woods. He seems to have a hook on his head. Hook for a head.
Did I hear an urban legend about that? No, that doesn't happen. That voodoo stuff.
Yep.
What's going on when
He likes chicken's feet.
We come across his lair. What was that? He's burning toothbrushes and stuff, and they confront him. Mackay 5 starts going off in his usual sort of idiot way, and he goes, "I was doing it to protect you." No further explanation.
So
Did you find out that one of your friends had fucking wiped the toothbrush on his ass or something?
So I
Protecting you from a prank? What are you doing here?
Trying to save me from pink eye.
Yeah. Someone, Mackay 5 was going, "Oh damn, you ruined my toothbrush up ass prank that I had."
Yeah, classic stitch up. You've gone and fucked it right up, haven't you?
Yeah, thanks for that.
But yeah, like it's exactly what you said. Like you look at it and you go, okay, so it's voodoo, easily attainable, something they won't notice is gone, and you're trying to make it appear sinister. But when you see a burning toothbrush, you just laugh. There's
Not my toothbrush.
Not my $2 toothbrush. I got in the
It wasn't
travel
even a
pack
good
on
one.
board.
It wasn't even like a proper Colgate one. It was like a generic, no-name, clear plastic.
I mean, look, if that thing had a tongue cleaner and it had the proper ridges and everything, I'm slightly pissed off.
It's an
That
electric
cost me
toothbrush.
$10.
At the end, they basically have a fucking toothbrush ad for electric toothbrushes. Make it one that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's like
Turn that thing up.
Rob is a dentist. We can't show his face on TV. Like,
But if I'm doing a voodoo lair, if it's supposed to be a red herring or whatever, I'm just got to be like shrunken heads and all sorts of shit in there.
Well,
Not
the
burning
monkey
toothbrushes.
skull, but it's clearly just a black plastic thing. It's not like nothing in there is actually sinister.
Is that a monkey skull? No, I just dropped an action figure on there when I was burning your toothbrush. That's what it's all mangled now.
You require monkey skulls and shrunken heads.
Look, I need shrunken heads. I don't want burning toothbrushes. Give me a shrunken head, a few bloody bones,
The best one is when they first discover it. One of the first things you see, they're in the background going, "Oh my god!" And then it scans the wall, and there's a fucking dream catcher, and you're like, "You just got that from the gift shop." It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, that's not like some kind of mythical thing. You just wind some wool around.
Maybe the gift shop was out of striking it. You only come up with some chicken
rings.
feet.
Get that dream catcher. It's the closest we got.
Does this look sinister to you? Dream catcher. Yeah, that'll do.
It's no shocking head, but you know, you make do.
I think the Ben Willis backstory, which I believe is meant to be why they're on the Bahamas, like they've been brought there, but it makes no sense because it has no connection to what happened in the first
Just
film.
another explanation for it to be set in the Bahamas. I used to work here.
And his family died there at some point.
He was a fisherman. What fishing do you have on the hotel resort?
I think they get their own fish in. From
the mainland.
I don't think there's still a lot of fishing out there.
Do they shrink their own heads?
You hope so.
Just to go back to one that you brought up earlier, strong zip tie, but why the fuck has he got a zip tie?
Because he knew she was going to get into the fucking tanning bed. But and he knew he could turn it up and kill her with it.
But
you can't kill people with a tanning bed.
As my wife said, turn the tanning bed off, then cut the zip tie, right? It wouldn't be so frantic if you just turned the tanning bed off.
But what? The killer's got a fucking zip tie. Where did he get, why?
You know what else he could have done? He could have opened it, because she's not even looking. She's got goggles on. She's got ear plugs in.
So again, he got to get out and said, what are they going to do on the resort? Tanning bed? Oh, I'll bring some zip ties. This is just bullshit.
I've got a great idea.
I mean, the whole idea of it is that these killers are supposed to be just kind of... They just turn up and do the thing. Just fucking jam something through the handles or
No.
Or do it like in Final Destination where it was a game of mousetrap and then it fucking ended up falling on top of it.
Yeah, that was funny. This guy's he's stalking her. He's trying to raise her fear. He's toying. Why? I don't know.
No one does. But he's paid for 4 airline tickets to make it happen. So he's invested. And
Dad,
he's made some time.
Dad, do you think we're just sort of toying with it too much? No, we're not toying fair enough.
You know what it's got vibes of? Dr. Evil and sorry, what's his name? Seth Green's character. Yeah, it's got evil. And he's like, Dad, just fucking kill him. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's right.
Hold him up like that.
Will, you'll have to go to Bunnings to buy the zip ties because they asked too many questions about my hand. And while you're there, can you get some polish for it, please?
And I could do with some dubbing for my slicker.
Yeah, look.
I need to waterproof this motherfucker.
Will, I'm sorry, but I can't go incognito anywhere. I'm no use to you. I can't go to the shops. I can't do anything.
I tried to buy a coffee at Starbucks and punch at the fucking cup. I can't go anywhere. This is bullshit.
It's knocking things off.
He's like the dude on the Skittles ad that can't touch everything because it's turning into Skittles. Every time he touches something, he stabs it with his hand.
But zip ties don't make any sense. And just turn the tanning bed off, and then maybe you can find something to cut the zip tie with.
But there's also no indication that she's even hot.
Well, she's only in there for like a minute.
Yeah, and
they barely even get
17 degrees maximum. Come on.
Again, for some reason, my brain tried, because I try and find logic where there is none, and I was thinking maybe she just tried to open it, got claustrophobic and panicked, and that's what it's not because she's cooking, which then why do you need the knob being turned up? But she panicked, and that's why she was... No, never mind, I'm wrong.
You are giving this movie far too much credit.
I'll take it all back.
He makes a habit of shifting bodies too. Doesn't he move that bloody... the house cleaning lady like 3 times?
Yeah, it's because he has to put her in the dryer so that they think it's the shoes that he wasn't there for.
Yeah, that's right.
She must have a lot of shoes in that dryer.
He moves it to the dryer and then quickly gets it out of there and then puts her in that little bunker with everybody. He's moved the fucking Jeffrey Combs from the office to the bunker. He's moved Derek from the closet to the bunker. Oh, look, if I'm Will, again, I'm saying, look, Dad, we need some new shtick because the logistics of this... Look, I can't fucking lift that much. It's too much.
Dead weight.
I don't...
Dead weight. I can't just carry this.
I don't do stealth.
We can carry it together. You've only got one fucking hand. You can't help me.
Yeah, I don't do stealth. I can't fucking lift that weight. let's just ditch this part of the plan and come up with some other sinister tactic.
But you know,
Like, can we just pop up in a couple of mirrors? That's easy.
No, but son, they'll open the door, they'll come across the body, and we'll be fucked. We will never get this done. Yeah, we need to move them regular intervals.
You know what the good news is, though? If you ever played Cluedo with the bloke, it'd be the easiest shit ever. It's the bloke in the slicker with the hook in the bunker. Every fucking
it's
time.
Mr. Slicker in the bunker with the hook. No. But I moved from the bunker.
He's in the closet. Dry, dumbass.
And also, why is she even going near the dryer? The thing's going boom, boom. It's like, how many pairs of shoes are in there? What? It's an industrial dryer in a hotel.
She's
None
in
of
the
your
gym.
business.
There's a sound in the next room. None of your business. Yeah, all of those things. I was just like, what?
Yeah,
It's an industrial
it's a hotel
dryer.
and that's the laundry. Fuck. It's a real mystery that somebody's using the laundry at a busy hotel, even though it's not as busy. There's still fucking loads of sheets to wash. You fucking idiot.
Staff to watch.
She needs to investigate, guys, let's be honest.
There's a number of staff members to watch.
We've just stuffed Titus in there. We're washing him because he fucking stinks.
We need to get his hair, it's unmatted, we can't brush it.
Yeah, that would have been better. She pops it open and he goes, "Oh, the ladies, the sweet
And he's
young
got like a
ladies."
big fluffy Jufro, that'd be perfect.
Was he looking for the discount?
When Tyrone's killed, CGI blood.
Terrible.
So bad.
Absolutely awful. There was also CGI.
hook kind of moves a little
In
bit.
his neck, yeah.
The whole, like where it is, kind of moves.
It just
the shit
glossed
out.
over.
Also, we talked about rain. That's CGI rain.
It looks like someone's just
And
done it with
lightning.
like a
Yeah.
whiteout pen. It's just white lines.
And I'm thinking you guys wanted to bring the atmosphere with some rain. You
Yeah.
don't bring real rain.
Couldn't just spring for a sprinkler.
Just get a hose, yeah.
At one point, you can tell they're doing that. Like, Mackay Pfeiffer and whoever that Will Dickhead is, when they're walking around to go down to the tennis court. At one point, the rain is just falling on them. It's on an angle, but it's like someone's just spraying a hose over the fence. Like, we got him, guys, get the shot. It's terrible.
Will Benson.
Never would have seen that coming.
Clever.
Jesus.
Not. Ben Son, he says to her,
Fucking hell.
mate, you put a clue to your identity in your false name. I mean, come on.
But even like Ben Will, like it's his last name and his first name, and saying he's his son.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the PTSD is making me say, look, I can't hang around you because every time you say Will Benson, it
All I can
reminds
do
me
is
of Ben Willis.
Ben Willis,
Like,
yeah.
Sorry.
That's why she's not known him, because she's got a brain.
God.
That was just the worst.
What if I changed my name to Hookhand Jr.?
Yeah, you just see him sitting around a table. Him and Ben Willis go. So what do you think? What should your fake name be? Should it be? What about Will Sampson?
Not obvious enough.
Not obvious enough. Benson.
Got it.
That's good.
Bingo. That's it.
I don't want to harp on it too much, but there's two more instances, like major ones, of the I feel really unsafe in this group. I'm going to go be by myself after the karaoke.
Yeah.
And then when the boys are they're all in the lobby and they all know there's fucking murders happening, and the boys are like, I think they're saying we're going to get some weapons. They're going to the kitchen or whatever, and the girls are like, can we come with you? We should stay together. And the boys go, no, you should stay here in the lobby where there's multiple points of access.
Yeah.
Because it's safer.
The
That
doors
makes
are open.
no sense.
But also, it's a dead giveaway, and you see it. Like, obviously, when I was a brainless idiot.
I know you're talking about Will running away.
No, when he's walking back with them, and he throws the axe away.
Oh yeah.
I'm going, what are you doing, you dickhead? We need that.
But even when he runs away after they talk to the old bloke, and he runs away to find the old bloke.
Yeah. I'll look into it. It's dark. The lights are out.
Wait, we'll come with you. No, I'll be fine. I'll meet you back there. Okay, mate. Yeah, thanks. I knew you were the killer at the start of the movie.
Oh, God.
Bloody hell.
The glass roof scene.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm walking on a glass roof, I'm probably sticking to the bits that aren't the glass panels.
Look,
But
I'm
you know
taking the
what
Bear
happened?
Grylls
You know
approach, and I'm
what?
spreading my weight. Moving up and spreading my weight.
She's creeping like one, sliding a little bit. You see the shot of the one panel cracking.
And she goes, I'm going to double down on that panel.
She fucking stands on it with the other foot.
Yeah.
You deserve what you got, you idiot. Like,
But even that scene, that's like fake tension. She falls through it. Nothing happens to her there.
No.
She then walks up to the door completely unharmed.
But this is my final dislike. Why is she still
really?
alive?
There's so much movie to go.
yeah,
But why
there
is she still alive?
After she goes through the display
Yeah.
cabinet.
Because
Again,
I mean-
timeline shit. I'm going to get out to the gravestone. I haven't got time to
Oh,
knock
it's
her over.
9:57 and 30 seconds. I've got to be somewhere. You're lucky, bitch. I'm out.
The only reason she's still alive is because, as I said, they painted Coombs, Jennifer Esposito, and the old bloke as red herrings and nothing else. Will, obviously, Mekhi Phifer, bit of extra fodder who does nothing in the movie but pester his girlfriend for a root. And then, so Brandy, even though she is a cardboard cutout as well, survives because she's her friend. That's it. Like, it's so paper by numbers, it's ridiculous.
But, you know, she's likely to, right at the end of the movie, go, Julie, we should go out and get laid tonight. Like, that's the way she operates the
Look,
entire
I know he's a
film.
killer, but he's...
Like, she lives up to
people
it.
look at that.
She limps up to at the end. Did you see that bloke on the in the helicopter? Fuck, you should definitely read him. Ray's standing right here. I don't give a fuck about Ray.
Yeah,
Read
Ray's-
that bloke.
He's a nice guy, but fuck, look at him. Like,
That's like,
I had a big dislike about Ray walking out with a gun and then it not firing.
yeah, why not?
And then it fires afterwards for no reason.
There's
So
no
what-
reason, and he's had a fucking long trip to be able to sit there and go safety.
Well, there's no
Loaded.
safety.
Yeah,
It's a
but
revolver.
Oh well, there you go.
But this is the thing.
You know,
no
click,
safety,
pull
and
the
those
trigger,
guns
bang.
work totally on pull hammer
Pull
back.
hammer back, and
Gun is operational.
Yeah.
like so
Simple.
You are
Even a dullard who doesn't know anything about guns knows enough to pull the hammer back.
Yeah,
It's
so
classic
another-
westerns. You know?
another contrivance to end up with a the fist fight between the competing lovers, or even though we already know about Will at that point, you knew that's where it was sort of going to go to. So why do you introduce the gun straight out of the box? Why can't you have him fucking surprised about where he fucking ends up and then go for the gun and not get to it or something? Like, why do you have him pull the gun out and then it not work for no reason?
The only reason it's there is so she can shoot
So
him.
she can pick
But
it up and shoot him.
She could hit him with the axe that they'd already had in the thing. Like, the gun doesn't need to be there.
Fucking hell.
No, but they toss the axe by then.
Yeah, I know, but like, it could be a fucking stick.
Yeah,
it
anything.
could be like a fucking tire iron. It could be anything. It doesn't need to be the gun that he had to bring with him.
There's no need to have a weapon involved to start with.
And then you can cut that silly scene about him pawning the fucking ring for a gun. Why is it so unusual for a bloke that's been attacked and nearly murdered to start carrying a gun in a country where it's completely legal to do
Well, simple way to get around it would have been to show him on his boat
so? Sorry, he's in the Bahamas. Is it legal there?
and showcase that he has a gun on his boat for
Yeah.
protection.
Easy.
It's simple. You didn't even need the pawning.
there's
You
lots of other ways.
You did not need the potential I'm going to propose. That's horse shit. Yeah, John Hawke should have been saying, listen, mate, you've been a bit hard on your missus, and he decides he has to go and see her. And then he gets run off the road.
No, none of it makes sense.
I mean, come on.
You still going with that? Even in a rewrite, you still get run off the road?
I'm still getting run off the road.
How many more you got?
No, sorry,
One
no.
more.
I'm just having that bit where that body's laying the road and then he's driving
I'm driving over the body. I don't care.
It's like when you see like a bird that's clearly not going to make you, just give it the last little nudge. Yeah.
Sorry, bird.
Sorry, Budgie, you're out.
Okay, what else we got?
I had one more, and it was the repeat of the little jump ending.
I described it as stupid fucking ending, actually.
Yeah, stupid. Even worse than the first one. The first one was actually all right because there was, you didn't know if there was going to be a sequel. You didn't know. So this one was it was so stupid, and it was long for what it was. She's fucking wandering around that room for what feels like about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it keeps looking at him with his toothbrush ad.
I think it was only 2, but
No,
she's
it's
just fucking
long,
looking
though.
at corners and looking at, and then she sits down. And, oh god!
So,
Just a final kick in the balls.
the start of the is she in the third
credits
movie?
roll. No.
No,
So
she's
he
supposed
kills
to
her there.
be.
So all that movie is pointless. He could have just killed her in a house at the start before any of that other shit, and it's
I
the
think
same
even
ending.
she had enough at the end of that. But the twist in the third one might be even stupider than the twist in this
Isn't
one.
it like cut?
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh, God.
Terrible.
We'll have
Really
to
bad.
How did he survive the gunshots?
We'll have to get cut on here. No, he didn't.
well,
Look, the end of it
that's
is
the,
meant to be a dream. We were in Freddy Krueger territory. Again. They're
Just
all
like the first
dreams.
one. It was just a dream. Fuck.
Wow.
Man. Phew. Anyway, anything
Thanks
else?
very much, Adam.
Anything else?
Can't wait for you to go away, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, bloody You got your bag back? I'll help you.
I would rather go away after watching this.
Can you go to the Bahamas, please?
Oh,
Don't just get stuck on the island for about 6 months.
First things first, straight to the tanning bin. I need to tan up.
I'll
a
bring
bit.
the zip ties, we'll save us from all the other movies.
All right, that's everything.
Yeah, fuck.
Just quietly, just before we sign off, the Nostalgia Be Damned guys did reindeer games. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. They
copied us the dirty
They
bastards.
ripped it to shreds. They absolutely ripped it to shreds.
Rightly so.
And
Yes, it was a nice little coincidence there because it having done it ourselves and then listening to them rip it apart from a couple of new angles, I must say.
they came in with some really good angles.
Came in with real
I
pep
didn't
up
even
too.
think about. Yeah, that was really, really good.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by that episode.
Oh, actually, just while we're talking about those boys, I listened to their American Pie episode as well recently.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And that movie...
I have to get on that.
I almost wanted to get back and watch it just for the shitness factor.
But I love that movie.
Yeah, it's still alright, but it's got some things that
For
have aged
the
very
reasons
badly.
that it's supposed to,
Yeah.
but just the Ostrecker dickiness.
Yeah,
the fact that he's supposed to be this popular jock, as the boys point out, it's just nonsensical. The guy can't speak or do anything. There's no way he's an athlete. Like, just fuck off with that. I'm thinking about going back and watching it because of their pod, so that's high marks.
Yeah, high marks. Indeed. All right, if you want to get in touch with us, send us an email at thrillme@iinet.net.au. Let us know if you want us to watch I Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
No, don't.
Any takers on that? Like us on Facebook, Thrill Me Podcast Australia, or at Podomatic at thrillme.podomatic.com, or on iTunes. Give us a review, please, if you can.
Only if it's a good one.
Look, I'll take a 1 star.
We can tell. Hey, what movie did you keep picking?
Yeah, it's you can go up from there.
Yeah, that's right. We've got something to build on.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the Facebook for the next episode. And obviously I will be away, I believe, for that next one.
Don't worry, mate.
Next 4 weeks. Have you guys mapped out a...
We haven't mapped it out, but look,
We've promised not to keep you in the loop.
the quality's just going to reach another level.
Yeah,
Just-
I-
things are just gonna
We're not up or down.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But it'll be interesting for me because I'll get to listen to these based on...
Welcome
you
to
guys.
my world. I listen to you blokes all the time
Yes.
when I fail to turn up.
So,
The fearless
you don't
leader
know.
will be gone, and one of us will have to stumble through the pronunciations.
Yeah, well, I've been stumbling through them for 125 episodes.
Yeah, I've been allowing you to do it so I can giggle away and just mask the fact that I couldn't have pronounced it myself anyway. So,
But yeah, until next episode, take it easy and we'll catch up with everyone later. Cheers. Find the podcast at Podomatic or on iTunes. Don't forget to rate and review. Like us on Facebook at Thrill Me Podcast Australia or contact us at thrillme, all one word, all lowercase, at iinet.net.au.